unbelievable to me. But this has just been a season of disasters, and it just keeps on coming. If you want your bathroom renovated, call Shapiro. If you want an entertaining championship baseball team,
don't call Shapiro.
Call anybody else.
Yep.
You'll have a better chance.
This is the 10 Minutes with Andrew podcast.
What do you mean? Oh, when you nod your head yes, but you wanna say no. What do you mean? Hey, yeah, when you don't want me to move, but you tell me to go.
Welcome back to 10 Minutes with Andrew. I'm, of course, Andrew, and I'm again joined by Mark Chansey. Welcome back to the show.
Good Sunday morning to you.
Good Sunday morning.
Another beautiful day in St. John's, Newfoundland.
St. John's.
We are just a few hours away from another round of golf with the O'Reillys.
Played yesterday, too.
We did. We played. You played 9. I played
9.
I played 19 yesterday. Because we came off 13.
Yeah?
And we played 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, because there was a tournament and you caught up to it.
Yeah. So that was Justin Bieber.
It was?
I've never heard it before. If you didn't know, it's called What Do You Mean?
Yep.
I can't speak to the new stuff. I'm an old guy, and I'm not into the new stuff. That was a song you picked out. Nice little beat to it.
Yeah, that's the only Justin Bieber song I really kind of enjoy.
What do you mean? So I look okay. I look okay, do I?
Yeah.
Okay, because when I was putting on this hoodie, you said, "You're wearing a hoodie? Oh my God,
no,
I'd die."
It's just because the
I'd die
weather's
if I was
warm.
wearing a hoodie.
It's like summertime and it's warm. I'd probably die of sweat.
I'm so happy you're looking out for me. Because someone has to.
Am I really, though?
If I start sweating and seem like I'm falling asleep, I may be overheating. So, do you know how to administer first aid?
No.
Okay, I was going to say that didn't sound too encouraging. So, call 911.
Sure, why not?
Or as the Newfoundlanders say, 911. Call 911.
Call 911.
You know what the problem is with that? There's no 11 on the phone.
That's the only problem with that. That's the only problem with that.
Call 911. So, what are we doing today, my son?
Well, today we're kind of doing two things.
Okay. Last week, you said they were going to be fun.
I'm not using that word this week.
And I didn't find it particularly fun. So, is this week going to be fun?
This is basically Blue Jay Central.
Blue Jay Central.
But not like the show on Sportsnet before
every
Blue Jay game.
We may have some copyright issues there.
It's not the show on Sportsnet before every Blue Jay game. It's so what we're going to do, we're going to talk about a little bit about Joey Votto and this whole retirement situation.
Oh, yeah.
But after that, we're going to go back. And I went back and looked at some of the old questions from a couple of months ago on the show. And we're gonna do them again and see if our answers or stances have changed any.
You mean like past questions from what are the chances or would you rather or
just past questions.
Send, save, or delete?
Yeah, I got 3 of them here.
So some are still outstanding. They haven't been resolved yet, hey?
Nope,
and
have not been resolved.
We're going to see if our answers are any different or if we feel any different. I gotcha.
So we'll start with the Joey Votto stuff.
Joey Votto. What do you have to say about Joey Votto? I have no material again this week. What am I supposed to do here?
Well, this is the interesting part about this. This kind of came out of nowhere. It was like during a game against the Reds. We'll talk about the Reds. The Reds are a big part of this story because he spent most of his career with the Reds. But just during a game against the Reds, all of a sudden he announces he's retiring, and he was in AAA with Buffalo, and apparently, according to someone from TSN, Scott Mitchell, I believe it is, said that Ross Atkins made the drive to Buffalo to tell Joey Votto
Big of him.
Yeah. To tell Joey Votto that the likelihood of him getting called up was very unlikely. And this was during a series against the Reds, and a lot of people thought that they should call him up because it would be a good moment for him to play against his former team, the team he spent most of his career with one last time. And he didn't, and he retired, and he shot a video in a Buffalo parking lot saying, "That's it, I'm done." And he posted a long message afterward. But apparently after that, he made the drive to Toronto to see some of his old teammates. But this is a really interesting situation because it's almost like the Blue Jays didn't really treat him particularly well. It wasn't really a well done situation because you couldn't give him like one moment, just put him on the bench, put him at first to have a play or something, like just do something with him, but they didn't do anything.
Yeah, they thought he was good enough to sign in the spring.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not going to go on a rant. because I'm going to be chill today. But the thumbnail for this video says, Joey Votto retires. How did the Blue Jays screw this up? Well, I can tell you how they screwed it up. Right?
Yep.
The English word for screw up, Shapiro and Atkins.
Yep.
That means screw up.
That's true.
I find it very sad that Joey Votto, a first ballot Hall of Famer in a few years,
Yep.
right? A Canadian boy,
Yep.
a Toronto boy,
Yep.
was treated that way. Mm-hmm. You have a team in the Blue Jays who have a meaningless season going, nothing to play for. Could you not have inserted some excitement into this year by bringing Joey Votto up for that weekend? And you could either play him, because who cares what happens in the game? You're playing against the Reds, who are 6 or 7 games under 500, I believe. Even if you don't want to play him, you could put him in the uniform and have him in the dugout. You could have him on first base and don't let him hit when it comes around time for him to hit.
Yeah.
Or you could just let him play, because he's probably better than most of what's in that lineup. Even though he says he's not up to where he should be.
Yeah, that was a strange thing. He said, "I'm not good enough." Do you know what team you play for?
I think I'd rather see Joey Votto stepping in to face a pitcher than I would Davis Schneider, who's at 198 now.
Yeah.
So you took a Hall of Famer, a Canadian boy, a Toronto boy, and had him retire on a selfie video in a parking lot in a minor league park. To me, it was a simple one for Dumb and Dumber, Shapiro and Atkins, to do the right thing. Who cares about the season at this point? It's not like you're playing the Yankees, who are in it for the division, and you couldn't throw a game, and not like Joey Votto is going to hurt you. But that's how Joey Votto leaves Major League Baseball.
Yankees are World Series or bust, man.
I have a sense. Well, I don't have a sense. Shapiro and Atkins are absolutely tone deaf.
Yep.
Absolutely. That was such an opportunity. If I was in Toronto and I was announced that Joey Votto was coming up for that series, I would have done anything I could to get a ticket to at least one of those games just to see him.
Yep.
Joey Votto in a Blue Jays uniform. That would have been exciting.
No, you did say a couple days ago, when this whole retirement thing came out, that he should have retired a couple of years ago.
Well, he was always near the end of his career.
Yeah.
But he said he wanted to play. The Blue Jays, for some reason, thought he was good enough to sign.
Yeah.
He had one at-bat in spring.
And he hit a home run.
He was 1 for 1 with a home run. Then he stepped on a bat in the dugout after that, hurt his ankle, and he's been that long recovering. But you couldn't figure out a way to bring him to the fan base. I don't get it. And maybe it's because some people have said Shapiro and Atkins are Yanks, Americans, and they don't understand the whole Canada's baseball team, and Joey's a Canadian and he's a Toronto boy.
Yeah.
I'll ask you this. If former President Paul Beeston was there, along with Alex Anthopoulos, who's also a Canadian,
Yep.
what do you think they would have done
Joey
in that
Votto
situation?
Joey Votto would have played.
He would have been in uniform, probably playing a game.
Yep.
Right? But unbelievable to me. But this has just been a season of disasters, and it's just keeps on coming. If you want your bathroom renovated, call Shapiro. If you want an entertaining championship baseball team,
don't call Shapiro.
Call anybody else.
Yep.
You'll have a better chance. It's just disappointing, and just okay.
I don't understand it. Like, there's just so much wrong with this. Like, you need to think about this.
What were they afraid of? Like, I don't understand.
Like, just
were they gonna kill the momentum of this great baseball team who might actually sweep?
Oh, but don't worry.
They might sweep the Angels.
But don't worry.
Looks like you got breaking news over there. Have you got breaking news?
I do not.
Oh,
I don't know why.
The way you looked at the screen, I thought you read something. Okay.
No, I just got the statements here. I don't know why on my monitor here, but it's just like you couldn't figure out a way, like you said. But it's not just that. It's just like Joey Votto could have played and might have actually gotten you something. But now everybody's excited. Now Blue Jay fans are, for some reason, and this is a whole other topic, and I won't spend too much time on this, but I had to bring this up. There are so many Blue Jay fans right now who are just putting way too much I don't know, hype, I guess, into Bowden Francis after last night. There are way too many.
He's pitched well his last few outings. I'll give him that. But like I keep saying, it's really different when you're playing in games that mean nothing. And it's really different when you're playing against teams that are as bad as you are.
Yeah.
So let's not get too excited. Hopefully this is Bowden Francis.
Yeah.
Because he would be a great guy to have in the starting lineup if he's like this.
He had no hitter going into the ninth.
That's right. But he's playing against the Angels.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, I think... You said it to the O'Reillys. You said this to me yesterday, too. Like, you said to the O'Reillys a couple of weeks ago. The solution for the Blue Jays...
Just keep playing the Angels.
Keep playing the Angels.
That's all you got to do.
Because, like, I think
they could sweep them today.
I think they're done with the Yankees this year, but I think they still got to play the Red Sox because the whole Danny Jansen, he's going to be playing, and he made history with that. And not yet, but it's
supposed to be tomorrow.
Alex Cora said he is playing.
Yep. But knowing Jansen, he might get hurt today.
So yeah, we're playing the Red Sox. That's not going to be fun. I think we're done with the Yankees. We might play them one more time. We're going to play the Rays again, and the Rays are better than us, even though they're...
But who cares? This is a nothing season. For the most part, it's a roster of nothing players.
It is.
And you couldn't bring up a future Hall of Famer, a Canadian, a Toronto boy, put him in the Blue Jays uniform just one time at least, if not the whole weekend. Get some excitement going in the ballpark and give fans a reason to celebrate and cheer what has been a horrific season.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
All right.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't the whole reason they signed Joey Votto to give him a chance to play in a Blue Jays uniform before he retired?
I don't know about that, but I could see if they were in a stretch run and trying to secure a playoff spot and games were that important, you may question whether or not he adds value to your lineup or not. But they're not going to make the playoffs.
No.
They're not going to do anything this year. What an opportunity for some goodwill and PR. But if Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro are in charge of making the right decision, they're not capable.
No. And like we've mentioned, they're not going anywhere next season.
Not capable.
They're not going anywhere next season.
Every one of the Stooges will be back next year. So let's hope we have some... And while I'm on this
I just also like to say, I'm really impressed with Will Wagner.
Yes, but can somebody soon end the Davis Schneider experiment?
Please end it.
198 now.
End it.
198. If you look at the trouble with the Toronto Blue Jays over the last few years, we haven't had a bona fide second baseman since Marcus Semien left.
Yeah.
And the trouble started as soon as that man left us. We have tried Santiago Espinal, Biggio, Davis Schneider. When are we going to get serious about having a major league roster on the Toronto Blue Jays? That's my question.
No idea.
Anyway, we've beaten that one to death, I think.
Yeah.
Joey Votto should have been in Toronto to see the Reds.
Very, very impressed by
And what makes it even worse is after he retired, he drives his car to Toronto
to see his former teammates.
Dome, right?
Yeah.
Silly, missed opportunity, but totally expected with those two in charge.
Very impressed by Will Wagner and Joey Loperfido. I'm liking what they're doing right now.
Again, yes, but let's see how they do when games matter, because right now it's loosey goosey.
But I'm still,
we'll see. I'm not trying to be negative, but let's be realistic about who they're playing and what the situation is.
And it made it worse. They were playing the Reds at the time too. Like, that made that worse. They were playing the Reds.
Yes. What are we moving on to now? Because I'm getting hot.
We're doing the...
And we're 15 minutes in on this already.
We're doing the... we got three statements here.
3?
Yep.
Okay. Wait now. You want a drum roll for the first one?
Sure, why not?
All right, here we go. So this is a...
Try and cool down.
...past question that we answered and has not been resolved yet. What's the question?
Trade Vladdy or sign him long term. Because it hasn't, they didn't trade him at the deadline, and they could still do it in the offseason.
Sign him long term. Again, I say sign him.
Yeah.
But again, it's the money.
Yeah.
Don't overpay for him, and he's put up great numbers, and it's the same question. Vladdy struggled until June.
June, yeah.
When the Blue Jays were essentially out of it, and all of a sudden he's good again.
Best thing he ever did was get a haircut.
When we need him, he doesn't seem to produce.
Nope.
When the games don't matter, Vladdy's your guy. That's what I worry about. Yes, he's a good first baseman to have and can hit, but don't overpay for him. So,
Don't.
Are they going to? Yes, they will. Are they going to overpay? Yes, they will.
Yes, they will.
Yeah. So
Totally.
I think my answer changed. I think I said don't, but it depends on the money.
I think you said sign him as long as it's the money.
Okay. So at least I'm consistent.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think you can sign him like. I think the number we threw out was like $250 over 10 years, like $25 million.
He's not going to do that because he's making that now.
But he's making 20 now.
So he's going to look at this season and say, I deserve a raise.
Well, like the bare minimum you get when you wouldn't even get this is like $300 over 10 years because it's $30 million a year. But
someone will pay him that and more, and I hope it's not the Blue Jays.
Next question is basically the same thing, but just with a different player.
Let me guess. Bichette.
Trade Bo or sign him long term.
I think Bo's gone.
Yeah, no, it did come out a couple of days ago that Bo is more than likely gone, and they're going to explore options to trade him in the offseason. So
I hope they get something for him. Of the two, I would rather have kept Bo.
Yeah,
But the body language, and it just never seems like Bo's been totally happy here.
But does it seem like there's a bit of an injury problem now? Because he keeps getting injured with his calf and stuff, and he's not having a good year this year at all.
I think a lot of times when you have a long-term injury and it's the same thing, it's because you come back too soon.
Yeah.
And then you just re-injure it. But so he's pretty much shut down for the year. Trade him, get something for him. Like I said, I would rather have seen Bo stick around than Vladdy. Bo to me seems more like a gamer.
Yeah.
And isn't in it just for the fun and the smiles. He wants to win.
Yeah.
But I think he's frustrated in Toronto, and I think he wants out.
I agree. But I did just read before we came down here that apparently Jordan Romano, they're trying to get him up before the end of the season too, so he's going to probably come back.
Oh, great. Mr. Romano. Chad Green has been effective as a
Chad
closer.
Green has been very effective, you're right.
So we got one more, do we?
One more.
All right, hang on.
This is not baseball,
No.
but it's not going to make you happy.
I was going to say, leave it on a good note. What is it?
Mitch Marner remains a Leaf after the trade deadline.
After the trade deadline.
This upcoming trade deadline,
Like
that is.
March, hey?
Yep. March, yeah.
See, I'm about to go on a rant again.
Oh, no.
But I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not going to. But let me just say that all of the talk in the spring with Keith Pelly there and Shanahan and Tree Living and the changes that were coming and not good and all this, what a hose job.
Yep.
We are being hosed.
Yep.
Toronto fans, Blue Jays, and Maple Leafs, you have never been more hosed than you are now, right? The implication was there was going to be major changes to the core four.
That was the implication.
What have they done? Nothing.
Nothing.
They went out and signed a defenseman in Tanev. That's a good move, but you're going to do that anyway because
Ekman Larson.
you needed a defenseman or
Yep.
two. So you're going to do that anyway. They have Wohl now as the number one guy, and
Stolar's
backing up. That's not a major. They made Austin Matthews the captain and brought in a new coach. The old coach was on the way out anyway.
Yeah.
So what have you done? Nothing. You're going at this again with the exact same core four with a different coach. So good luck to you. I am not going to be watching as long as Mitch Marner's in that lineup.
Well, think about this. The offense, the Leafs offense, is exactly the same as it was last year, minus Tyler Bertuzzi and, to a degree, Noah Gregor.
Yeah, so probably a little worse off.
It's a little worse off. But the thing is, the defense is better. And if they had traded Marner for something decent, then you would have been way better off.
So the question is, he'll be a Leaf after the trade deadline?
Yeah, in March.
In March? Oh, I
Probably
think he
roughly
will
March.
because he's not going to waive.
He's not winning.
So that contract will probably expire and the Leafs will get nothing for him. I hope the fans give it to Marner. I really do.
Yeah.
It's disgusting to me that we're in this situation. And, of course, he wants to play in Toronto because he's treated like a god.
Yeah, and I think...
Stop treating him like a god, fans.
I think it was Tree Living that said, like, a lot of times people look at a certain player and say, oh, we need to change this for the sake of change because we didn't do well. You've only been here, like, a season, 2 seasons? I don't remember now. But Mitch
Tree Living?
Yeah.
This is his... He only came in last year.
Yeah, so he's only been here a season.
Yeah.
This guy, you need to understand, Mitch Marner has been here for, I don't even know what year he was drafted, 2015 maybe, and he's been here ever since. And he hasn't done a thing in the playoffs. And they're debating right now whether or not to give him an A, because they're either going to give him or Willie an A. Give it to Willie, because Willie's the only one that shows up in the playoffs. And if Mitch Marner, I don't think Mitch Marner's extending. That's another thing too. I don't think Mitch Marner's signing an extension. I think he's probably walking.
The ideal situation would be use Marner during the regular season, get him all his points because he helps us win games in the regular season, and then trade deadline, get rid of him, and bring in someone for the playoffs because he's not a playoff guy. We know that.
And yeah, if your living did say the Leafs aren't done with making moves, but I don't know what else they're going to do.
It's a hose job. We've been hosed again. This is the Shanna
trade
plan,
Nick Robertson,
which is the Scamma plan as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
what a joke.
This
changes.
This upcoming season is Shanahan's last deal on his contract, or last year on his deal.
Changes, yeah. We have a new captain.
So he'll be gone.
We have all the same players, but we're just moving the letters around on their jerseys. We'll fool the fans. They'll never figure out what we've done. Look at all the changes we've made. I think they're better off from a coaching perspective.
Me too.
But Mitch Marner is not the guy you want.
I don't know if Mitch Marner's going to like Craig Berube. That's another thing.
Well, who knows? They've already had coffee together. They might be best buds. Who knows? It's a very frustrating time to be a Toronto fan.
It is
Whether
very
it's
frustrating.
Blue Jays or Leafs.
You're totally right.
We are being 100% hosed. Stand up for what's right.
Do indeed. Anything
else on your list today?
Not today.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
There's the Beebs. All right.
The Beebs. So thank you for listening and watching this episode of 10 Minutes with Andrew. If you found us on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe and comment. We'll be back in the middle of the week with a Would You Rather.
All right, sounds good. Let's go hit the links and play some golf.
Yep.
All right. See you later.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and turn on notifications to be notified when we upload new content. You can also connect with us at andrewchansey.com.